I would love to hear how you got into designing engagement rings, wedding rings, and specifically how you caught the eye of celebrities, because you have a long list of clients that you've worked with over the years.
I just wanted to be an artist. And when I was finding things and selling them in Brooklyn as a teenager, I started making some money at the flea market and I went to Paris. There was one little detour I took on one little street called Faubourg Saint-Honoré, and they had the most extraordinary jewels in the window. I mean, really, 19th century, 18th century, Art Deco, Art Nouveau, like, wow, I was riveted. And then I moved to LA, to a little antique center, and I had a little bag of jewelry. I was really at the infancy of designing. In Hollywood in the late 80s and 90s wasn't the Hollywood it is today. It was, wow, it was not the town that it is today, not the town that it was in the golden days of Hollywood. It was kind of sleepy, like all the television shows from Friends and all those girls and the guys even. I started doing presents for them, gifts, Renee Zellweger, people that weren't yet famous, and stylists that were coming to town. There's so many that came, and they looked at my wares, if you say, or my counter, and wow, what's this? And I think that was the beginning. I was sort of loaning jewelry. I didn't really know what I was doing, but there was Charlize Theron. There was so many people that won their first Golden Globe, and said Neil Lane. It's what I did in Hollywood. Is Jennifer Hudson. I mean, they won their. When we were doing this, they would come with me. Stars would come, and a lot of kudos to the stylists that brought celebs to me, and we collaborated.
You also were approached by a little TV show called The Bachelor.
I brought a friend with me to help us.
What do you got?
Hey, Neil.
I love it. I thought the last time was the last time.
Nick, it's good to see you.
Can I get a hug?
When did that start, and what was it like joining that franchise that has so many viewers and such a huge audience?
I was approached a few times, and I just didn't know what to do. And then I finally said yes. One day they called and said, okay, what do you do? So I designed a ring, and that was it. And whoa, and the rest is history. Then I got involved with the show, and I understood it. It made sense. It didn't seem real at first, but people were falling in love.
Like you said, you're not just like providing the rings. You come on each season and you sit down with the guys and you kind of have a consultation with them, just like you would with a client. What is that like? Like, what are the guys like at the end of the season with all this pressure and what happens?
It's a great question. I don't see the difference. Well, there is a difference, obviously. One's on 10 million people are watching it, and then I'm in my store, no one's watching it. When I'm dealing with these guys, it's the most emotional thing in their lives. Mm-hmm. They're about to propose to someone, their princess, their dream girl, their lover of their life. They're the most vulnerable, and they're looking for me for direction. Each experience is new for me because I try to bring something new every time. I bring about 6 rings. Mm-hmm. And how do I change it up every time? How do I bring different details? I think some of them I've made bigger diamonds in the center. Sometimes I put more decoration. I've added more vintage aesthetic. Sometimes I make them completely modern, but I like the people. I like the people. And some of them don't stay together, obviously. Right. But I think I'm helping them on this journey to find love.
Is it hard as the person behind these beautiful rings when the couples don't stay together? Is it like hard not to take it a little personally? Are you able to detach your work from the relationship?
So when I'm making rings for a couple that were in my shop, or I'm making the rings for The Bachelor, I'm making them with the idea they're going to stay together. I'm meeting people at their most loving moments, where they've gone through their battles and now they're together and they're looking to the future. And I'm at the spot where they're the most happiest. So I'm in that place with them. And then when they leave, I'm not there anymore. I'm not part of that journey. I hear some of them break up, even in my world. I mean, people do break up. I've done my best. I've sprinkled it with stardust. I've sprinkled it with love. But then everyone has their own karma. They have their own journey. I'm not part of that. I think when I'm there, I can do what I do the best. But after that, I'm not part of that.
You have written a wedding book, like you know about place settings, venues, decor, things like that. Would you ever consider wedding planning yourself?
Absolutely not. No,